Okay, so you want to buy a pair of Nikes fresh from the Nike ID website, but you're afraid. You're afraid that the quality may not be there. You're just like, oh my God, my friend, he bought a pair of Nikes off the Nike ID website and they just fell apart the second he started wearing them. I don't know if I should wear them. How long is it going to take? Is it really going to take a month? Is it going to take this long for them to deliver? Where are they coming from? Well, in this video, I just simply want to show you my experience with a pair of Nikes that I purchased from Nike ID. And these are my first pair of Nikes I ever purchased from Nike ID. I have purchased Nikes from the Nike store. I have purchased Nikes from, just other just shoe spots, like Shoe Palace and just, figuring out the quality, and they all worked great. And a lot of people are just kind of curious about the quality of Nike IDs. Should they do it? Is it worth it? So first off, right now, I have the box right here. This is a pair of Nike's Air Max 90s in mesh. But I just want to say that I've only worn these shoes twice so far, and I haven't really had any major problems with them. I can't really tell you if they're going to fall apart after 6 months because I haven't really worn them in depth that hard in like 6 months or anything yet. So I'd have to kind of give you an update on that. But I'll just kind of tell you my experience on them right now, the stitching, how they felt when I put them on. So first off the bat, one thing that I want you to notice when it comes in this box is very, very nice, very, very beautiful and everything, very crisp and clean. But one thing I noticed about it is that when you look at this right here, look where it's saying it's made in. Look at that. Let it get a little bit closer. If you notice, it's saying that it's made in Vietnam. Like the box might be from China, but it's made in Vietnam. And if I'm not mistaken, when I purchased other Nikes from like other, shoe spots, it would all say like made in China. So I don't really know if that's a big difference. I don't know if that's a huge deal breaker. I don't know if it's which one is better, China or Vietnam, but shout outs to all my, Vietnam people, Vietnamese and everything, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on, like if that makes a huge difference or not, but that's just one thing I noticed when I purchased this from the Nike ID website. And then as for just kind of like going into the quality of these shoes, so far, there's nothing like superly major wrong with the shoes when I was just like, opening them up and like looking at them and like smelling them. They smell very, very good. So let me just go ahead and try to grab one of these out of the box again. So just like holding these right here, I mean, automatically right now there is no problems with just the way it looks off the bat. So there was no like major tears or like any ripped things in them at all. They had the nice little packaging on the inside, so as you see right now, you see that little stuffing in there, so that symbolizes that it's brand new. All like perfectly Snow White. I still gotta smell it. Even after wearing it twice, it still smells so good. And just automatically like really no problems just off of looking at it. But one thing I will say, I mean, a lot of people kind of want to mention the stitching. If you're that much of a sneakerhead and you're paying attention to the stitching, I will say that the stitching was I was kind of on the edge about it because I looked and I seen like right here on this Nike spot, like I kind of seen right there. See it? I don't know if you see it. Let me see if I could just, right here where my middle finger is, we could let it just kind of get in just along the stitching right there. See how that is? See how it looks like I could just stick my finger right here and just kind of pull this off? That was one thing that was kind of interesting that made me think like, well, maybe is this like have to do with like Nike ID, where it's coming from? Or is this just like how the stitching is? But again, this is just this pair of Nike's Air Max 90s mesh. Maybe just the meshes are just kind of designed that way. But I will say, yeah, the stitching, I kind of look at it, it does kind of look like it might kind of like, I don't know, it may or may not fall off. But as for just wearing it twice, when I put them on, they felt very snug. They felt very good. When I tie them on, they felt like just really like, protecting my feet. My feet were like super comfortable in them. They didn't really feel like cheaply made. But I just will say on the, stitching side, that was just kind of something that just made me kind of think twice on. But as for the freshness and just newness in it, oh man, everything about it is real good. The way the box came, it just came, very like nice. I love the box. Like I don't even think when you buy from the Nike store at like the location, they give you the type of box that is, like Nike by you. A lot of people are wondering how long it takes for these shoes to come. It usually says about like 1 month, like it's guaranteed to come in that month, but it came out like in just, I'd say within 2 weeks. I think maybe even faster than that, like a little bit less than 2 weeks. So it came very, very quick. But again, I noticed when on the shipping, it said something like it left Vietnam. I don't know if I was reading that right, but it for real said like Vietnam. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, the last shipping thing was like, oh, it got shipped somewhere out of like the US, whatever. But like the first thing I ever seen was just like scanned Vietnam, whatever, on like the shipping. So that's just something to keep in mind. But other than that, they shipped it out very quick within 2 weeks. And right now, I can't tell you if they're going to fall apart really quick because I haven't really worn them that much, but I will start wearing them. So this is just the last video that I'm just kind of showing you with them looking brand new. I did another video where I just unboxed them and just kind of, showed you the unboxing experience. Go check that video out. But yeah, if you're kind of worried about ordering Nikes from the Nike ID, it just really depends on what you're ordering. And I mean, I guess everyone's different. Sometimes you might get a lemon, sometimes you don't. But right now, I'll just say overall, I'm pretty happy with these. And it just smells so good. So yeah, go ahead. I want you to kind of get a glimpse of that. Look, I got the mesh. I want you to get that in there. So yeah, you never know until you try. Try it out. Nike's Air Max mesh, all white with that beautiful blue type of sole at the bottom. You can see they kind of got a little bit dirty because I wore them, but yeah, so far no problems.